America, the Empire of Fear, Part 2, The Iron Fist of the System. In the first chapter, we spoke about the arrival of European colonizers on the American continent, the massacres inflicted upon native peoples, the forced migrations, and the American empire that rose upon the blood of enslaved Africans brought across the ocean in chains. But now, we step into a far deeper question. How can such a massive structure, made up of different nations, religions, sects, cultures, and interest groups, remain standing without collapsing? The United States of America is a complex federation of 50 states. Each state has its own laws, lifestyle, economic structure, and political mentality. The North and the South are different worlds. Democrats and Republicans stand on opposite sides. Gun lobbies, financial elites, energy cartels, and media powers are locked in constant battles of interest. And the issue is not only political. America has no official state religion, because everyone who arrived in America brought their own belief system with them. Catholics, Protestants, evangelicals, Orthodox Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, atheists and agnostics, and even organizations whose true nature remains deeply debated, such as Freemasonry, have long been associated with influence inside the American system. So how does such a fragmented structure remain standing like iron? Because the mind that governs America built one of the greatest power organizations in human history. One of the central pillars of this system is the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, founded in 1908. The FBI's mission is not merely to investigate crime. Its deeper role is to preserve internal order, monitor threats against the system, and protect the stability of the American state at all costs. The other major structure is the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, established in 1947. The CIA became America's invisible hand abroad. Officially, its purpose is foreign intelligence gathering, but throughout modern history, its name has often been associated with coups, regime changes, covert operations, economic manipulation, and proxy wars. Because empires are not built with tanks alone. They are built through information, through fear, through money, and through control of human psychology. The American system understands this better than anyone. Inside this structure, nationalism comes second. Religion comes second. Ethnicity comes second. The system recognizes only one identity: American. Not French American, not Italian American, not Spanish American, only American. And this enormous machine does not make plans for tomorrow. It makes plans for decades ahead. Sometimes the results of a strategy appear 50 years later. The person who designed the plan may die. But the system survives. That is what an empire truly is. Presidents may change. Political parties may change. Slogans may change. But the state mind remains the same. Because the system is built not on individuals, but on institutions. Today, many of the crises, economic collapses, coups, civil wars, and divisions across the world are shaped by the struggles of great powers pursuing their interests. The American system supports leaders that serve its interests. It works with regimes aligned with its goals. And states that oppose it are often weakened through sanctions, media pressure, economic warfare, covert operations, or direct military intervention. Because in the modern age, war is no longer fought only with weapons. It is fought through money, through media, through banks, through belief systems. One of America's greatest weapons is the dollar itself. A piece of paper that costs only cents to produce became the most powerful trading instrument on Earth. Today, many nations sell their labor, oil, minerals, industries, and even their future inside a system tied to the dominance of the dollar. And now, physical money is no longer even necessary. A vast digital economic order rules through invisible numbers on screens. Alongside this, global transfer systems such as SWIFT are often viewed as critical pillars of American financial influence across the world. The American empire is not merely a country, it is a gigantic global order operating through military power, financial systems, intelligence networks, technology, media, and cultural influence. American military bases exist across the planet. Many nations are either allies of America, or they live under the shadow of its pressure. Because the reality of the modern world is simple. The powerful do not merely win, they also write the rules. And for decades, America has been one of the centers writing those rules. In this second chapter, we tried to understand how the machinery behind the visible face of the American empire operates. But this story is far from over. There is still much more to discuss. See you in Part 3. Your writer, Mario Spola, asks, what is the American empire, really?